All right, so after a somewhat weak ending to last year in terms of activity, let's jump into the January numbers for 2024 just to see how this year has started off. Okay, so this is a very broad brushstroke of the market in Davidson County. If you're shopping luxury price points, that statistic is going to be very different. Like these numbers are going to be very different than if you're shopping, the average statistic of price, and then also it's going to be different if you're looking on the lower scale, like 3 to 500,000 when it comes to price point. But if we're getting a general feel of trends in the market, then let's look at everything together. So there are a few things that I always try to look at, one of which is being how much new inventory are we getting on the market? And that is this new listings column right here. So you can see month over month, we're getting 41% increase in listings. Now, don't get too excited about that because December is historically always a low month for new listings. We're actually down 15% year over year. So our inventory crisis is still, ever present currently. As far as homes that went under contract recently, so new under contract homes in January, we saw an increase over December by 26%. Again, a very low activity month, and we're actually down 2% year over year. So we're relatively flat when it comes to new homes or new under contract inventory. Active inventory, this is a snapshot of all the inventory that's active at the end of a given month. So month over month, we were down 10%. So we had some more things go under contract, but year over year, we're up 11% in inventory. So we are starting to see a little bit. Now, if you look here, November, we had 2,000 homes on the market, December 1928, and then January 1729. So again, our inventory woes are continuing in terms of new inventory on the market. And that's for inventory that is active, so not under contract. If we look at total inventory, so this includes all those under contract homes, we have seen an increase in inventory year over year. Closings, so keep an eye on this just in terms of how many closings happened. These are the amount of homes in January that closed out and new homeowners got to move in. We're up 11% year over year, and we're down 26% between December and January, which is somewhat interesting. Now, sales price. This is what everybody always asks me about. What is pricing doing? How are we looking on the average price? Are prices crashing? Are they rising? And this is our best indicator. So I look at average, but with activity being a little bit down, I tend to put more weight on the median. We like average because it's an easy thing to, for most of us to kind of contextualize. But we're at a $688,000 average sales price in Davidson County. That is up 7% year over year, down 3% month over month. I like median though, because this takes out some of those outliers if some of those higher end listings close and if some of those, kind of lower ones close. We're just looking at kind of like what is the pricing trend when you extract those outliers, and we're looking about even. We're up 2% year over year, up 2% month over month. So not seeing any drastic rise in prices. So it's really just kind of leveled off and flattened. Average days on market. I was talking to some home buyers that bought in 2021 and were looking for their upgrade house, and they remember the time where, like, as soon as a house came on the market, you had to see it or you were going to lose out. And as you can see, houses are staying on market for an average of 36 days, and that's been very in tune with what I'm seeing with my personal listings. The average list price is $950,000. A lot of this has to do with a lot of the new construction is hitting the market. That's making up a big majority of our inventory. So that is going to push the list price up. Month supply of inventory. This is a parameter that I'm continuing to look at as well, but this is how many months supply of homes are on the market when you take into account our demand over the past 6 months. And you can see almost a 5 month supply. So we are starting to hedge towards a very, very balanced market. And that's what I'm seeing in my negotiations now. Now, what if we look at these same parameters for Williamson County, which is where I live? Now we're going to see a big rise again in new listings. Again, December is a very slow month. So we saw a big month-over-month increase, but we saw a huge decrease year over year. So we're not getting a lot of new listings on market. As far as under contract, we did see an increase again month over month, but a large decrease year over year, almost resembling that of new listings. Our active inventory. So again, the amount of inventory that is in that active status, meaning you can still see it, it's not under contract, all that good stuff. We're down, or we're up 1%, sorry, year over year. We are down 10% month over month. Under contract inventory, again, we saw slight decreases both month over month and year over year. Our total inventory is flat year over year, and it's down 7% month over month. So this is that inventory taking, under contract and active all together, and we're flat year over year. Closings saw an increase year over year, large decrease month over month. Now let's look at the Williamson County sales price. A lot of people that are relocating here are targeting Williamson County. A lot of that has to do with schools, taxes. But regardless, sales prices continue to get driven up in Williamson County. So again, if we're looking at the average sold price is $1,317,803. That's up 13% month over month, up 25% year over year. And you can see the past 3 months that has really just risen. Again, taking in that median. So let's get rid of the outliers here and look at the median sales price. We're at $975,000, which is up 6% month over month and up 13% year over year. So prices are not crashing both in Davidson County and certainly not in Williamson County. Average days on market resembles that of Davidson County, so 38 days. And then look at this for the average list price, $1.8 million. Now, if you think about Williamson County, we're seeing a lot of new construction hit the market, both in Spring Hill, Thompson Station, and Brentwood. A lot of that Brentwood inventory really ups that average, because a lot of the houses here are, anywhere from $2 to $5 million and up. Whereas a lot of the new Thompson Station Spring Hill inventory is in that, 1.1 to 1.5 price point as well. Month supply of inventory, interestingly enough, is very close to Davidson County. So as Davidson County was at a 4.88 month supply, Williamson County is a 4.65 month supply. So again, it is very similar and hedging towards a very balanced market. So all that to say, prices are continuing to, rise. It is not as drastic as the 20% year over year that we were seeing over the past 5 years. However, I do suspect, because of our inventory, that as soon as the rates, and we've said this over and over again, but as soon as the rates drop to a market or to a level that is palatable for a lot of people looking for homes, and that could be 6%, it could be 5.75. I do foresee prices continuing to rise and a lot more activity in the market. And I also suspect that we're going to see a lot more inventory hit the market as home sellers get more confident on where they're going to move next. So hope this helps. If you have any questions or want me to run numbers for you, we'd be happy to do so in your particular price range, neighborhood, area, all that good stuff. Thanks.